The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Commander Elsa Reeves stepped onto the crystalline platform. Around her, representatives from 47 species observed with varying degrees of curiosity and contempt. The air shimmered with translation fields, carrying her breath across 1,000 linguistic barriers. "The human wishes to speak," announced Counselor Vexthor, his chitinous mandibles clicking with barely concealed amusement. The insectoid Kratari had held his position for 3 centuries. To him, humanity was a mere infant species, barely 200 years into interstellar travel. Elsa stood perfectly still, her dark uniform bearing the insignia of Earth's expeditionary forces. Beside her, slightly behind, stood Lieutenant Jixon Cross, his hand resting near his sidearm, not threateningly but ready. His jaw was set, blue eyes scanning the council with military precision. "We do not question Earth's enthusiasm," continued another counselor. This one a flowing, gelatinous Quillari whose voice bubbled through its translation implant. "But surely you understand. Your species lacks the credentials to command this sector's defense fleet." "Credentials," Elsa repeated, her voice calm, almost pleasant. "You mean our lack of ancient lineages? Our short existence among the stars?" "Precisely," Vexthor clicked. "The Kratari have maintained peace for 5,000 years. The Quillari, 7,000. Even the youngest council race, the Dravine, have 3 millennia of spacefaring history. Your Earth has, what? 2 centuries of stumbling through the void." Murmurs of agreement rippled through the chamber. The holographic displays showed Earth's proposed defensive strategy for the incoming Void Wraith threat, a strategy the Council had just rejected. Jixon shifted slightly, a muscle in his temple twitching. Elsa raised one hand subtly, a signal. He relaxed, but his eyes remained alert. "I see," Elsa said. She took a slow breath, then reached up to her collar. With deliberate movements, she began unclasping her uniform jacket. "Then let's talk about rank." The chamber's murmurs died. Confusion spread across alien faces, or what passed for faces among beings of gas, crystal, and stranger matter. Elsa removed her jacket, revealing a simple gray undershirt. Across her arms, shoulders, and what little of her torso was visible, scars crisscrossed in a brutal tapestry, burns, blade marks, impact craters from energy weapons, each a story written in flesh. "This one," she pointed to a thick scar running along her left forearm, "is from the Battle of Proxima Station. I was 23. The station was evacuated. Civilians, families, children. 300,000 souls. The Marauder fleet had us outgunned 50-1. We held them for 17 hours with a force of 800 humans and a mining station converted into a fortress." She turned, showing her shoulder. "This burn? Titan's Reach 4 years ago. Void Wraith scouts found a Quillari colony. Your people called for help, we came. 22 human ships against 47 Wraith vessels. We lost 16 ships. Every Quillari survived." Counselor Gelmora, the Quillari representative, shifted uncomfortably in their containment sphere. Jixon spoke for the first time, his voice a low rumble. "Commander Reeves has been wounded in combat 73 times. She's died twice, clinical death revived through combat medicine. She's been in service for 28 years and has never retreated from a fight she chose to enter." "Your point, human?" Vexthor demanded, though his tone had lost some of its condescension. Elsa's eyes hardened. "My point, Counselor, is that humanity doesn't have the luxury of 5,000 years of peace. We barely have 5,000 years of civilization. We've spent almost all of it fighting each other, fighting nature, fighting extinction. When we reached the stars, we brought that with us. Not because we wanted to, because that's what we know." She moved closer to the council platform and several members instinctively drew back. "You talk about credentials and lineages and ancient wisdom. That's beautiful, truly. But the Void Wraith are coming. They don't care about your millennia of philosophy. They care about consumption, about destruction, and when they arrive, all your ancient knowledge won't mean a thing if you don't have the one thing humans have learned better than anyone." "And what is that?" asked a Dravine counselor, their crystalline form chiming with genuine curiosity. "How to win ugly," Jixon said simply. Elsa nodded. "You've had peace for so long you've forgotten what war really means." "We haven't. Our entire evolutionary history has been war, against predators, against climate, against disease, against each other. We've nearly destroyed ourselves a dozen times. We've come back from the brink over and over, We know what it costs to survive when survival shouldn't be possible. She pulled her uniform back on, fastening it with the same deliberate care she'd shown removing it. The strategy I presented isn't pretty. It involves sacrifices. It involves risk you consider unacceptable. But it works because it's built on one fundamental truth. Humans know how to take a beating and keep fighting. Vexathor was silent for a long moment. His mandibles worked soundlessly. Finally, a new voice spoke, ancient, resonant, belonging to Counselor Aumra, the eldest member, a being of pure energy contained within a lattice of exotic matter. They rarely spoke, preferring to observe. The human makes a point we have ignored, Aumra said. We have judged them by our standards, longevity, stability, philosophical advancement. But war has different metrics, perhaps. We have been asking the wrong questions. You're suggesting we defer to their command? Vexathor asked, incredulous. I'm suggesting, Aumra replied, that when predators come, one does not ask the philosopher for guidance. One asks the survivor. Elsa met Aumra's glowing presence with steady eyes. We don't want permanent command. We don't want your territories or your authority. We just want you to survive. Because every species we've met, every culture we've encountered has something beautiful that humanity never developed. Peace. Real, lasting peace. We'll handle the darkness so you can keep that light. The vote, when it came, was not unanimous, but it was decisive. As Elsa and Jixen left the chamber, he finally allowed himself a small smile. Stripping in the Galactic Council. Bold move, Commander. Sometimes, Elsa replied. They need to see the scars to understand the story. Outside, the fleet was already assembling, human vessels taking point position, with the combined forces of 47 species behind them. The Void Wraith were coming, but humanity had learned long ago. You don't need to be the oldest, the wisest, or the strongest. You just need to be the last one standing, and humans were very, very good at that.